Hello everyone and welcome to this fly tying video. Today we're going to tie what I will call the Romanian Pearl Nymph. I'm sure this has been tied many times and under a whole lot of different names, but it's just some pearl tinsel, some copper wire and some dubbing in front, and this is going to make this really nice jig nymph. I just saw a picture of it and I decided I had to give it a go, and the result is really nice. So the materials we're going to need for this one is a jig hook. Here I'm using the Hanák H450BL. This is what they call their Jig Superb, which has this bent in point, a really nice hook. This one is a size 14, and with this I've matched a tungsten bead. This one is a slotted one, 2.8 millimeters and in copper. If you would like to have a little darker one, you could use a black one, or if a little bit lighter, you could use a golden one as well. The thread I'm using is the Nanosilk from Semperfli. This one is the 80 in beige. Then for all my jig nymphs I like to add a little bit of lead-free wire. This one is the 0.015. Then for the body, the material we're going to use is this pearl tinsel. This one is from Veevus and it's in the size medium. To rib the fly I'm going to use some soft wire from Uni. This one is in size small and copper. And last but not least, for the thorax I'm going to add some dubbing. This one is just some natural hair. So to start this one I'm going to add some lead-free wire, and here I'm going to put down about 5 turns or so. And then I'm going to break the end off closest to the bead. Then to push this up inside the bead I'm going to squeeze the end of the wire just a little bit. And this way we can push up the wire inside the bead, and it's going to be a more secure bond, or it's going to stay together much better than if you would just put it right up against the bead. Then break off the other end, and also I'm going to add some super glue. This is going to make this really nice and secure. I want my flies to be able to last for quite some time. You will lose these flies to the bottom even though they ride upside down, but if you can catch 20 fish on one instead of just 3, I think that's a really good thing to do. Just add a little bit of super glue in every step on these flies and you're going to have a bulletproof fly. Then I'm going to start with a thread right behind the wire. And I'm going to put down just a few turns, cut off the excess, and here on my way down I'm going to tie in the rib, and this is this small copper wire. And here I want this to be right on top of the fly, in the middle, and this is to help with the shape of the fly, and I want this to be up right against the lead-free wire. And then take this down to just to the start of the bend. And here make sure that you put down a nice smooth underbody. With this thread you will have to do this quite for some time, but if you would use a 12/0 this will go a little bit faster. And then some super glue again all around the body. This is going to build up the shape and also secure all the materials. They're not going to go anywhere. And then we can continue tying inside the glue, and this is going to make this base really durable. Then up over the wire, and here you can see that this is going to take some time with this thread, but you could use a little thicker one if you have that. I'm also going to move around a little bit of this glue with my dubbing brush, or the end of my dubbing brush, and now I'm going to tie in the body material, and this is this pearl tinsel, and I'm going to tie this in on my side and just take it down to the bend as well. And now we can continue building up the shape of the body a little bit more. And then some super glue again. This is going to make this nice smooth underbody and also make this really durable, as said before. Once you're happy with the shape of the fly, we want the taper going from the back to the front. And here you can choose, either you will have it a little bit slimmer, or you can either have it to go with a really steep taper up from the back, right up almost to the size of the bead, but here I think I'm quite happy. And I'm going to take this tinsel up. The first turn you have to pull a little bit on this to get it to lay really nice, and then with slightly overlapping turns I'm going to take this up through the glue, and this is going to make it's going to make it a lot easier to wind this up. The glue is going to help. If you let go of the tinsel right now, it's not going to unwind the whole way, just a few turns, so the glue helps with this as well. Then once you reach the thread, tie it off a few turns, cut off the excess, and then we're going to wind up the rib as well, and here we want open turns, and either you want to keep these quite close or a little bit more separated, but 5 turns or so should be enough. Then up right to the thread, put the 90-degree band into the wire, and what I like to do is to put the band right here near the little groove in the bead. A few turns, then bend and break this away. And then the last thing is to build up a little thorax, and this is made of this Hare natural dubbing. So here I'm just going to dub it the usual way. You could also use the split thread technique. And we want to build up a small thorax. You can have it a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. I just want to cover this last little space here and also cover this little groove we had in the bead. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And this is going to make a nice transition from the body up to the bead. And then what I like about this thread is that when you pull on it, it's going to sink down right behind the bead and in the dubbing, and you won't even see the thread. And then just do a whip finish. 3 turns, pull tight, cut off the excess. And there we have the Romanian Pearl Nymph. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time, and happy time.